drawing situated here. There we go. Okay. Alright, I probably moved the view just a little bit, so...
Yeah, we have more room, just a little bit more to the right, but otherwise it's pretty much the same. You're good.
Okay. Alright, well I will kind of stay over here-ish then.
Yeah, that's good. So yeah,
okay.
You can move the center a little bit. Yeah, move the center right in front of that kind of like barn, the right corner of that barn, and you're good.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, we're gonna stay on that circle. Yeah, move it. Now enlarge. That was good. The enlarging of that circle, she needs to move the shoulders and the haunches out equally at the same time. So that was good. Okay, you need to move that circle a little bit further over. Yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. That's center. Okay, there. Come around. Good. Come around. Good. So now what you're going to do is you're going to ask her to enlarge, enlarge, go forward. So you're going to do enlarge, half hold on the outside rein, and you can sit down a little bit or let the weight go down your right seat bone. So that's very, very little aids. You just say move over, put weight in the right hind, and then say go forward. So that she learns how to stop and listen to when you're asking to enlarge and when she has to stop. Okay, go. Okay, and go forward, go forward. Okay. And enlarge, enlarge, and sit on the right outside seat bone and go and catch her and say go forward. And then do it again. Say enlarge, enlarge, go forward. Good. And every time you give that little half halt in your right side of your body, you're gonna use your obliques to start that half halt because that travels down into your hip and lets her stand up more in the rear, flex on the other leg, and shift the balance. So now we're gonna ask for this enlarge, but we want to do it more as a weight shift within the body. So you say shift your weight, sit, and now go forward. I'm going to do that a couple times, and then on the third half halt you're going to ask for a trot transition. So you say enlarge, enlarge, half halt trot. And that trot should originate in the hind end. Good. And now you say enlarge, enlarge, walk. Yes. And you're going to do the same thing by half halting into the outside. And then immediately when she walks, you say enlarge, enlarge, trot. Enlarge, enlarge, walk. And you're going to have to keep your bend and your flexion, otherwise you're going to lose the hind end. And come back down. Yes. Good. Keep that bend. And then say go, go, trot. Yes. And then say enlarge, enlarge, half halt, and walk. See how much lighter she's getting up front?
Yeah.
Good.
Feels good.
Yeah, that's good. Now we're on the her stiff side.
Yeah.
Good. Good. So the smaller the amount of trot, the better your result. So you say enlarge, enlarge, trot, and immediately you say, okay, now come back down. And we're going to use the same principle of moving into the outside aids and then coming down. Good. Let's see where you're at. Good. 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 Yeah, she's talking to you. She's like, whoa. Good. Yeah,
Pretty
you
fancy. I'm going to
feel...
have to move it somewhere else.
That's all right. You can probably move it.
Oh,
There you go. Good. Good.
One of the things I love about her is she's been very quick to catch on to things.
Good. Now,
Sometimes not so great, but
yes, I like that what she did there. She came through up in the shoulder. Good. That's going to be a strength building part on her, you know. Good. Come a little bit. Engage your core, stretch up. In other words, you want to have the feeling you can sucker off the ground into the trot. Not so much a push forward. You want to think about everything goes up into the trot, like your plunger, you would sucker off the ground. Yes. Yes. Good. And leg it half out. Good. Now we're going to change direction and we're going to repeat that same thing on the other side before we go from one side to the other. Good. Now right, change in direction. Okay, what did you feel right there? When you tried to do the change in direction, what did she do? What did you feel?
she started to brace into the new inside rein.
Okay, and what do you know?
And she stepped sideways.
Okay, and do you know why she braced into that new rein?
She has a hard time bending this way. Her rib cage doesn't want, she has always struggled with stepping to the outside this way without losing her balance.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say her, but that could be the racing,
Okay, there, you feel that?
To develop.
Right. It's partially her body, and it could be something that's happening in the balance of your seat. Once you know what she's doing and you can feel it, then you can make the adjustment. So what she's doing there, she is dropping out in her haunches. You feel that? She's kind of like riding a haunches out on the circle. So to conquer that, pretend you want to just ride a circle to the right. So align your body correctly. So belly button turns to the right. And now, you know how to ride a haunches in?
Yes.
Okay, it's very simple. All you're going to do is, park, halt right there. Halt. Okay. And now, in your hip and your pelvis, all I want you to do to find the feeling on, I can turn my tailbone, what is that, to the right. Can you point your tailbone to the right? That brings your inside hip a little forward and your outside hip goes back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, and she's trying to find out what's happening there. So start walking. Good. And as your shoulders are turned to the right a little bit for right bend, you're going to have your inside hip come forward a little bit and pretend you're pointing your own tailbone into the circle. Outside leg falls back a little bit. If that is her stiff side, that's going to be very challenging for her. Which is
Yeah, you can feel her trying to figure this out. She's
yes,
like,
yeah.
What the heck?
Give her that time.
Yeah.
Let your inside leg, your lower leg, come forward a little bit. Just to open up the rib cage so that she can swing in there without letting your upper body turn to the outside. So keep your shoulders in the direction where you're going. Pretend I'm standing in the inside of the circle and I tell you, look at me, look at me. That's right. Give her a little bit softer rein on the outside so that she can make that side of her body longer. Supple her on the inside rein when that foot lands on the ground. So now, right rein, right rein. Okay, I'm waiting for you to come there. Very good. So when you supple the right rein and you give it half hold on the right rein, now, you're gonna follow that half hold with a weight aid from your seat. So you say half hold on the right rein when that right front lands, and then immediately put weight down your right seat bone, or find your right seat bone and say, okay, I'm taking weight from your right shoulder and I'm putting it on your right hind. So you say half hold, sit, half hold, sit. Yeah, make sure that your pelvis does not throw her haunches out. So that means your own haunches are pointing out. Point your own pelvis so that she is bringing her haunches in. Your shoulders mimic the horse's shoulders, and your hips always mimic your horse's hips. That's spinal alignment, skeletal riding. Good. Good. Flexor to the right. Leave your hands nice and relaxed so that you can frame her shoulders. Yes, so you half hold, sit on the right cheek. Half hold, sit on her right cheek. And you start to slowly feel how she's trying to maneuver that balance. And that straightness. Keep your outside leg back because you're guarding those hips from falling out. Good. Good. Supple her on that right rein so it can get softer. Relax your arms a little bit, lower your hands. If you keep your hands too high at this point, you give her more room for her shoulders to evade. So, in other words, she finds an open door and she's going to say, I'm out of here. Yeah. So you're going to hold your hands a little bit lower so that you can frame her shoulders and say, okay, when I'm suppling you here, you're not supposed to swing out your rear end. You're supposed to go through this tunnel and follow the aids. Okay, let's see where you're at. Good, good. When she drifts more to the outside than you're asking her, then you relax the inside leg. Your right leg might be a lot stronger than you realize, and your left leg says, don't go out so far. See there, close the outside aid, close your femur a little bit, close your lower leg and say, this is the boundary, go forward. But keep your rotation in your body to the right. Good, good. And now close the outside and say, go forward, but bend. Go forward, but bend. Yes, she's coming. She's starting to figure this out. And you remember, you're on a much smaller circle now, so she really has to apply herself. Supple the right jaw, supple it, and say, half hold to the hind leg, half hold to the hind leg. Oops. It's reconnecting the video. Up, there we are again.
Okay.
We must have had a glitch in the connection or the Wi-Fi or something.
Yes, that's what I was saying. You can kind of see now a little bit of the lay of the land here. We're a little downhill from the rest of the property. We're in a bit of a valley here.
You can always set the